This was Dorgu at Lecce. And this is Dorgu at United.
Dorgu's left-footed effort! Oh, it's a screamer! Patrick Dorgu pops up again!
This was Dorgu again at Lecce. And this is Dorgu again at United.
Left by Patrick Dorgu! Oh, it's a screamer!
When Manchester United snapped up Patrick Dorgu last February for £25 million, it looked like they had unearthed a long-term solution at left wing-back. However, while the then 20-year-old did go straight into the first team, he largely struggled to make an impact in Amorim's system, even losing his starting spot to Diogo Dalot, of all players. But now, 1 year after joining United, Dorgu is miraculously starting to play like prime Gareth Bale. So what sparked this turnaround? And why is Dorgu, now more than ever since his move to Old Trafford, becoming crucial to this United side? For any young player, stepping into the Premier League mid-season for the first time is a daunting challenge, but it reaches a whole new level of difficulty to do so when your new club is having its worst league season in 50 years. Alas, Dorgu was unable to help stop United's slide down the league table or make a real impact in the Europa League final. He ended up making 20 appearances in his debut campaign, showed flashes of potential during pre-season, and has now already played another 24 matches this season. However, for much of his time at Old Trafford, his performances have been frustratingly inconsistent, and by October he had lost his starting place at left wing-back to Amorim's favourite little pet, Dalot. Playing for United comes with unique pressures and scrutiny which Amorim felt had affected Dorgu's decision-making and final product, as he noted a sense of anxiety every time Dorgu touched the ball. To be fair, the lad did have the first touch of a baby elephant.
I think it's the decision, he needs to be calmer playing the game. You can feel the anxiety every time Patrick touched the ball. I can feel it, the anxiety.
Amorim's forthright nature was brilliant for journalists who were almost always guaranteed a headline whenever he spoke.
Here we go, your headlines.
But less so for those he commented on. But since this scrutiny and growing doubts about whether he was cut out for United, Dorgu has started playing like a young Gareth Bale. Dorgu provided a hard-earned assist for Matheus Cunha against Aston Villa and built on that performance by scoring a superb volley in a gritty 1-0 win against Newcastle. He has looked more at home playing on the wing, a position he was first assigned to in the match against Newcastle, whose defence were visibly confused while trying to work out his movements before he popped up with what would be the match-winning goal. Clearly, Dorgu has demonstrated both character and perseverance to shake off Amorim's criticism in November, which might have been more damaging for a 21-year-old without his mental fortitude. And when United eventually parted ways with Amorim in early January, Dorgu was still among the players who extended their best wishes to the former manager on social media, a gesture that spoke volumes about his maturity, though it wasn't the only example. Last season, when United were awarded a penalty against Real Sociedad in the Europa League round of 16, Dorgu showed great sportsmanship in attempting to persuade the referee to overturn the decision during the VAR review, insisting that he hadn't been fouled. With Amorim gone, excitement grew at the prospect of some players being able to return to their natural positions instead of struggling in a formation that didn't suit them. However, that wasn't the case for every player. Dorgu, as a wing-back in a 3-4-2-1, would understandably have feared becoming a casualty when United reverted to a 4-2-3-1 under Carrick. As such, many expected him to struggle, but he was about to prove them all wrong. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, we'd be incredibly grateful if you subscribed. Your support helps us grow and continue creating the content you love. Under interim manager Darren Fletcher, Dorgu started as the left winger in a 4-3-3 against Burnley, surprising many given that Cunha also started, and he even registered an assist for Benjamin Sesko. However, his performance against Arsenal and especially City, though just one of many standout displays from the United squad, will not be so quickly forgotten. Within Michael Carrick's first starting lineup, Dorgu was a surprising inclusion as the left winger in a 4-2-3-1. While starting him ahead of Cunha and an informed Sesko was a big call, neither could match his defensive work rate. Exactly what Carrick needed as he adapted his side's out-of-possession shape to a 5-4-1 to counter City's attacking overloads. To this end, Dorgu excelled on that left side, making 4 tackles, 9 recoveries and winning 10 duels against City, as well as registering the most defensive actions against Arsenal. It was his attacking qualities that shone brightest. In truth, United would have struggled to win in the fashion they did without Dorgu's relentless running on the left flank. Not to mention his 2 excellently finished goals that proved decisive to the final results. At the same time, his fitness record and availability have been nothing short of impressive. I mean, the guy's built like a brick shithouse. Lecce's sporting director Pantaleo Corvino once said of Dorgu, "Whether as a left or right winger, he runs like 3 players and can find the goal. He has an engine that no one else has." His ability to take on defenders in wide areas contrasts with Ahmad's clever dribbling and Mbomo's efficient ball manipulation. He attacks and runs at fullbacks as if it were 1997, beating them with a drop of the shoulder or pushing the ball into space for himself to chase. Some even compare him to a young Gareth Bale. However, while that's high praise, it's essential to note their differences. Dorgu is significantly more versatile.
You do enjoy playing a little bit further up the pitch, don't you?
Yeah, I enjoy playing on the pitch. I don't care if it's in the defense or attacking. I just want to be playing, and I'm really happy right now.
Dorgu has admitted he prefers to play on the right, but he has shown he can perform equally well on the left, giving his manager even more tactical options than Bale offered his coaches. United recognised Dorgu's versatility, and part of the appeal in signing him, despite his limited senior appearances up to that point, was his adaptability as a talent, someone who they could mould and develop. And while there are no guarantees that Dorgu can reach the heights Bale achieved, his ongoing development at just 21 years old showcases what is possible. Dorgu saw an opportunity to reclaim his starting role as several United players headed to the Africa Cup of Nations, one that he seized by excelling in 5 different positions and delivering 3 goals and 2 assists over 7 impressive games. This is his hottest run of form yet since arriving at United, matching the output of most elite wingers, and it suggests that perhaps Amorim had completely misprofiled the young talent. On the international front, Dorgu debuted for Denmark back in September 2024, and in just 10 appearances so far, he's already netted 2 goals, a promising start that hints at even greater contributions ahead. Dorgu's progress serves as a reminder that fans and coaches need to be patient with their young talents. If Carrick continues with a 4-2-3-1 formation, Cunha and Mason Mount will offer healthy competition for Dorgu in the left wing position, while Mbomo will also be eyeing that role if he's dropped for Sesko. However, it is Dorgu's defensive effort that gives him an edge in the eyes of Carrick, who wants this side to retreat quickly into a compact 4-4-2 when defending. By contrast, having the additional playmaking threat of Cunha or Mount could prove vital against teams that deploy a low block, potentially meaning that Dorgu would be sidelined. But given his hot run of form, will that really be the case? Nobody knows whether he'll get to a level where he can start every week in a title-winning side. But given his price tag and age, Dorgu's signing is looking more justified with every passing week.
Yeah, of course, every player wants to be a starter, so yeah, I want to just improve myself to get as many games as possible.
If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more content like this. Also, don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you never miss a beat. And with that, we'll see you in the next video.